Peace and love, beautiful people. My name is Alicia, and I am with KYDS, Conscious Youth Development and Services. Today, we're going to be exploring what I consider is like a really cool practice. It's a body scan where we bring a little bit of tension into the body on purpose. And I feel like one of the greatest benefits of this particular practice is that it allows us to connect to the body in what I think is a significant way. I feel like sometimes my thoughts go so fast that I just come out of my body for periods of time throughout the day. And when I connect to this process, the thoughts kind of melt away and I'm just able to really feel what's going on the inside. And so, before we begin, determine what mindful body you want to come into, knowing that the spine, the neck, and the crown of the head are aligned. Knowing that it might be comfortable to actually close down the eyes here. And if that is uncomfortable, just a nice soft gaze down the bridge of the nose, looking down, and letting the eyelids be heavy. And before we begin, I often like to check into the body. Noticing what it is that I feel. Noticing any sensations that arise throughout the body. Any tensions, any achiness. Just kind of taking a little bit of an inventory from the crown of my head all the way down through my toes and just checking it out. And as we go through the body scan, I will prompt you to bring your attention to different parts of the body, to create this awareness within ourselves, to create that connection to ourselves. So we begin by bringing all of our attention to the crown of the head, noticing any sensations, noticing any achiness or vibration. And as we travel through, noticing the orbits of the eyes, the bridge of the nose. And as we come to the jawline, take a moment here and create some tension in the jawline. And then relax it. Just paying attention to what that feels like. Again, as we travel through the body, noticing the sides of the neck, the front and the back of the neck. As we lead into the shoulders, bringing tension into the shoulders, maybe thinking about bringing the scapula together, just creating a fist in the shoulders, if you will. Just, bringing it, making it tight. And then releasing the tightness ever so gently so that the shoulders are relaxed. Paying attention to what that feels like. From the shoulders, creating tensions through both of the arms. I like to bring my hands into a fist and just creating tension throughout the entire arm. Holding on to it for 3, 2, 1. Release, nice and soft. Letting the hands gently fall back onto the thighs or knees. And just paying attention to here. Maybe we notice tingling or different sensations in the arms. It might be different for each of us. So just taking inventory of what you feel. Before we come into the lower body, I always like to spend a little bit of time in the belly or abdomen. And so slowly begin to engage your abs, squeezing them as much as you can, continuing to stay connected to your natural breath and just really holding the core, holding your abs. And then gently begin to release, noticing what you feel. And as we make our way through the bottom part of the body, just taking the legs and creating just tension in them. And if you're seated and your feet are against the floor, sometimes it's easier to just push the feet into the floor to create that tension. And when I'm sitting like this and just squeezing the entire lower body, squeezing as much as I can, staying connected to the natural breath, and slowly begin to release the tension, allowing the body to feel relaxed. And just take a moment here to notice what you feel. Noticing the pace of your breath. Maybe noticing the pace of thoughts. I always like to remind myself that thoughts will come into our practice. I always try to acknowledge my thoughts and remember that they'll be there after my practice, and then come back to my breath. I also like to notice where I feel my breath. For some of us, it will be in the middle of our stomach, our belly. For others, it will be in the center of our heart. And yet for others, it might be right through the nostrils. There's no right or wrong. Slowly begin to open the eyes. Returning. Thank you so much for joining us today.